at Atreyu News. Breaking. New task force formed to battle Mexican MS-13 gang. To fight the violent crimes being committed by MS-13, the New York State Police are forming a new task force. The new unit will be working hand in hand with local law enforcement. The Wall Street Journal reports, New York State Police are forming a new unit to take on the violent gang MS-13 that has been linked to several recent homicides on Long Island, Governor Andrew Cuomo announced Wednesday. The new unit will share intelligence, surveillance equipment, and vehicles with local law enforcement officials, Mr. Cuomo said. Law enforcement officials say MS-13 has been successfully recruiting minors from Central America who are new to the U.S. The White House has also singled out the gang for its viciousness. New York State Police will also send 25 additional troopers to patrol the Long Island communities of Brentwood and Central Islip, which police say have been the center of gang violence tied to MS-13. MS-13 are thugs, Mr. Cuomo, a Democrat, said. Their calling card is fear and intimidation. It almost sounds like the anti-fascists here in America. Their calling card is fear and intimidation. Sounds strikingly similar, doesn't it? And they prey on the working families of Brentwood and Central Islip. Our job is to say to MS-13, enough is enough. Well, if these countries really did put their foot down and go to war, we could actually crush all of these gangs. You think they could really stand up against the military might of the countries they're in? Breaking. Tomorrow's cover for the New York Post is epic. This could change things for every American. Tax reform is coming. Will be as big as we think. Trump proposes biggest cut in history. Taxes Chainsaw Massacre. New York Post is garbage, but that is one hell of a headline. Let's take a listen here. This is kind of what we've been waiting for, isn't it? Because what are we talking about? We're talking about, yeah, culture, yeah, civilization, but what are we really talking about? Money. If everybody's rich, who gives a crap about anything else? Like, what do we have to worry about, really?
We are going to cut taxes and simplify the tax code by taking the current 7 tax brackets we have today and reducing them to only 3 brackets. A 10% bracket, a 25% bracket, and a 35% bracket. We're going to double the standard deduction so that a married couple won't pay any taxes on the first $24,000 of income they earn. So in essence, we are creating a zero tax rate. Yes, a zero tax rate for the first $24,000 that a couple earns. The larger standard deduction also leads to simplification because far fewer taxpayers will need to itemize, which means their tax form can go back, yes, to that one simple page that I talked about earlier. Families in this country will also benefit from tax relief to help them with child and dependent care expenses.
Sounds good to me. I sure would like to see like a 10%. Imagine that. Up to 24 grand tax free. Breaking. President Trump just saved NAFTA. I know I was discussing this earlier, how I wanted it dismantled and destroyed. However, I know President Trump is playing what some call 4-dimensional chess, meaning only he really knows the true balance of power, but all we can do is speculate and hope for the best. Breaking. Trump tells Mexican-Canadian leaders he won't terminate NAFTA. All agree to renegotiate. Perhaps that was always his plan. However, I really don't see how NAFTA could ever really benefit America, but I guess time will tell.